So, my name is Jack Wong and I'm the co-founder of Shumo. And here, in this channel, we plan to share about tips and tricks to how to set up your own shoe cleaning business. Okay, so today, we are going to share 4 simple steps in what you have to consider when you're setting up your own shoe cleaning business based on our experience when we started back in 2016. Okay, so step number 1. Congratulations, you've gotten this far. You actually identified that there is a real need for this service in your country. So what do you do next? What we actually recommend, obviously, is to start up your own brand and create your own identity and logo. So the good thing about these days is when you're working in this internet age, there's so many different types of applications that you can use to create your own designs and logo. So some of the free resources that you can find in the market is apps like Canva or Photoshop. Now, when you talk about brand name, we strongly recommend what do you have to consider when you're choosing a brand name? Choose a brand name that's something relevant to the service that you plan to provide, which in this case is shoe cleaning. So obviously, if you're going to choose a brand, for example, Mr. Clean, it's not very obvious. If a customer were to come across your brand, how would they actually know that your brand is all about shoe services or sneaker cleaning? Okay, that's it. On to step number 2. So step number 2 is the most important step, which is the actual technical knowledge. So when we talk about technical knowledge, this is often the most critical step where a lot of people find it as a challenge. This is a chicken and egg problem, where people might say, I do not know how to clean, therefore I do not know how to start. Or I do not know how to start because I do not know how to clean. So I think from our experiences, unfortunately, the source of knowledge for this industry when it comes to cleaning sneakers is very limited. So you won't actually find a lot of materials or books even online. So what we had to do back in 2016 was we actually experimented extensively ourselves, where we just collected shoes, and we just tried cleaning everything, by experiment and trying all kinds of materials and chemicals and solutions. Yeah. Unfortunately, that's it. When you were to experiment something like that, the learning process is quite long. So there's a lot of trial and error. So you've actually got to go out and collect shoes and try them on your own shoes first, and then test it out and then look at the results. I will dare to say, even personally for us, when we did it at the start, we did mess up a few shoes as well personally, because back then we didn't know the types of materials that we're working with. We didn't know the equipment and chemicals that we're working with. So I think the best teacher for technical knowledge, I have to say, is still experience. So that's where you have to gain that experience first, so that you know what you're working with. And again, there's so many different kinds of materials of shoes these days in the market. So it's not going to be an easy task, but hey, if you came this far, I believe you can do it. Okay, that's it. When you finally learn a little bit, maybe the fundamentals and the basic about the technical knowledge in terms of how to identify the problems, how to treat them, and then how to clean them, for example, what's very important and follows closely hand in hand is actually the technical equipment. So now it goes hand in hand with your technical knowledge. What materials do you use? What chemicals do you use? What kind of paint do you use? How do you actually clean, restore, or even protect, different kind of materials from canvas, mesh, suede, leather, and PU leather, so on and so forth. The list of materials for the shoes is endless, to be honest. Okay, so how do you actually do the technical knowledge? It's actually, if you have a source of reference, if you can check online, or even if you can reach out to us, we'll be happy to share with you in terms of what are the technical knowledges and the technical equipment that's required. And then finally, the most important step is, now that you have already set up your brand, your identity, you've already known the basics of the technical knowledge, you also know the basics of the technical equipment needed. How would you then market your brand to your customers in your area? Are you operating out of a shop, a workshop, or are you operating out from your home? And how would you then gain the trust of your customers? Because quite often in this sneaker cleaning business, we do see that a lot of the shoes that tend to be sent to us, they tend to be a little bit more expensive, of the higher end stuff. So something like your Jordans and onwards. So that's it. You've got to build the reputation and the trust from the customers, that these guys are legit, they know what they're doing, they will not ruin my shoes when I send it to them. So it's all hand in hand, in terms of marketing, branding, and reputation. So when we talk about marketing specifically, I would recommend that social media and word of mouth is actually the first obvious choice for you. So there's a lot of platforms these days, ranging from Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok and Snapchat. So it really depends on your country. What is the predominant popular platform in your country to reach the target audience that you're aiming for? Does your target audience use Facebook more? They use Instagram more? And then from there, you can sort of strategize in terms of how you want to reach out to them. So I think it's going to be a very, very long journey, and obviously these 4 steps is just a very, very brief, oversimplified version of our journey. But here, that's it. We wish you all the best, and then thanks for watching. And if you do find this helpful, please leave us a like or a comment below, and then of course please subscribe as well. And then as moving forward, we will then share more and more of our knowledge and experience on the different sites and different angles of setting up a shoe and sneaker cleaning business. Okay, so thank you very much for your time, guys. That's it for today and our second video. Jack, peace out.